Hi all. In this video, we will discuss about sequential covering algorithms, which comes under learning sets of rules. What are these rules? These are if-then rules. One of the most expressive and human-readable representations for land hypothesis is the sets of if-then rules. In many cases, it is useful to learn the target function represented as a set of if-then rules that jointly define the function. Previously, we have taken decision tree and genetic algorithms. In the case of decision tree, for each leaf node, one rule is represented. In the case of genetic algorithms, we encode each rule set as a bit string and uses genetic search operators to explore the hypothesis space. Now we explore variety of algorithms that directly learn rule sets and that differ from the above two algorithms in two key aspects. What are those? One is learn sets of first order rules that contain variables. Rules can be represented in the case of first order rule or propositional rules. In the first order rules, we have to use variables. So by using these variables, first order rules are more expressive than propositional rules. Next one is sequential covering algorithms. Here, learn one rule at a time, incrementally grow the final set of rules. Now, in this video, we will discuss about how to develop this sequential covering algorithm. These sequential covering algorithms follows iteration process. In each iteration, we have to learn one rule. After that, we have to remove the data that covered by the learned rule. In the next iteration, we have to learn new rule based on the existing data. This process is to be repeated until data exists. Learn one rule. How to learn one rule? By using total data as input. Total data means set of positive and negative training examples. Taking as input gives one rule as output, which covers many of the positive examples and few of the negative examples. These sequential covering algorithms perform a greedy search, and these will not allow backtracking. It is not guaranteed to find smallest or best set of rules that cover the training examples. In sequential covering algorithm, we are following general to specific beam search. So what is this general to specific beam search? So here we are following most general case as the root node. We are taking most general case as the root node. In play tennis example, whatever may be the attribute value, okay, so whatever may be the value of outlook, whatever may be the value of humidity, whatever may be the value of temperature, whatever may be the value of wind, we are taking output as a play tennis is as okay. So that is most general means attribute value we are taking as we are representing as question mark. That is most general. Okay, next, in the next level of the tree, we are taking we are considering only one attribute value. Depending on that attribute value, we are giving the output. So as for example, if wind equal to weak, then play tennis is yes. Wind equal to strong, play tennis equal to no. Like that, we are moving towards specific case. Okay. First, we are considered most general case. From that point, we are moving to the more specific case. So, first level, in the root level, we are taking most general. After that, in next level, we are taking one attribute considered. We considered only one attribute value. So in the next level, we are considering two attribute values. By considering two attribute value, okay, here humidity, wind, humidity and outlook. Next one is humidity and outlook. Later, humidity and temperature, and so on like that. So all the combinations we are considering. By considering two attributes, we are giving the result. The next level, we can take three attributes as a combination we can take. Next level, all four attributes we can take. So that means here we are starting with the most general case to the we are moving towards more specific hypothesis. So that is the thing we followed. We have to follow in sequential covering algorithm. So here we followed beam set is 1, and it follows CN2 approach, that is Clark and Niblett approach we followed in the case of sequential covering algorithm. In sequential covering algorithm, first step is we have to learn one rule. So how to learn one rule? We have to take inputs. What are the inputs we have to take? All positive and negative examples. Okay, so that is first we are taking as examples as input. Then we have to consider what is the target attribute, attributes, examples, and k. So here first we have to take the best rule. Okay, so learn one rule means not only learning simple rule, we have to find out the best hypothesis, best rule from the existing rules. Okay, so first we are initializing best hypothesis with uh, as a most general hypothesis. Okay, so that is the thing what we followed, what we discussed in previous case. Okay. Then we have to initialize candidate hypothesis. So while candidate hypothesis is not empty, up to that point we have to repeat our uh, algorithm. So first we have to consider all constraints. All these constraints of the form A equal to V. So where A is number of attribute, member of attribute, and V is the value of A. Okay. So for each one, for example, if you take wind, wind has two values, either strong or weak, like that. Okay. So next we have to find out new candidate hypothesis. How to find out? So for each candidate hypothesis and for each constraint, okay, for each C in the constraints, we have to take this new candidate hypothesis. So while taking this new candidate hypothesis, we should not allow any duplicates, any inconsistent, and it should not be maximally specific. So after that, we have to update our best hypothesis. So we are taking some new candidate hypothesis. From that one, we have to take the best hypothesis. So how to take the best hypothesis? Here we have to consider one function, performance. We have to check performance of each hypothesis. Okay. So to check the performance, what we are using? Entropy of that particular one. Okay. So entropy means that is purity of the particular data. So by using that entropy, we are calculating the performance of hypothesis uh, the which hypothesis has the better performance, we are taking that hypothesis as the best hypothesis. Okay. So after that, we are updating candidate hypothesis. After that, we have to return a rule of the form. Okay. So in learn one rule, every step in every iteration, it has to return one rule. Okay. So that is the best rule we are considering. Okay. So if best hypothesis, then prediction. So prediction is a most frequent value of the target attribute. By considering that one, we have to return one rule. So these are the steps we have to follow in the case of learn one rule algorithm. This one we have to use in our sequential covering algorithm. This is the algorithm for sequential covering. So in sequential covering, we are giving examples as one input and threshold value as another input, attributes and target attribute. First, we are taking learn rules. Okay, in sequential covering algorithm, we are learning many rules. First, we are taking that learn rules as the empty set. So in each iteration, we have to learn one rule. So initially, we are learning one rule, okay, by using target attribute, attributes, and examples by sending those things as parameters. So if performance of that rule is greater than threshold, we have to we have to perform our process. So if this is condition is satisfied, we are adding that rule to our land rules. After taking that rule in our land rules, we have to update our data. That is, we have to update our examples. So examples, from the examples, we have to remove the examples which are covered by already considered rule. Okay. So that is examples minus examples correctly classified by the rule. After that, we have to learn new rule on by using existing data. Okay, so this process is to be repeated until the performance of that particular rule is greater than threshold. So here, finally, we have to take land rule set. Okay, land rules is a sort land rules according to the performance over examples. Finally, we have to return the land rules. So this one gives our sequential covering algorithm. The sequential covering algorithm together with learn one rule algorithm learns a set of if-then rules that covers all the training examples. So here two variations we can observe. Take first one. Here one example we are taking pregnant woman who likely to have twins. So in this scenario, number of positive examples, possibility of getting number of positive examples is very, very less. But what is the thing in the case of sequential covering algorithm? Each rule as output, it is what it is giving as output. Each rule which covered many positive examples and less negative examples. But in this variation one, in that example, there is a possibility of positive examples only very less. So how can you take in this scenario, how can you consider a sequential covering algorithm? So next variation, AQ differs with CN2 in two ways. Covering algorithm of AQ explicitly seeks rules that cover a particular target value, learning a disjunctive set of rules for each target value in turn. So here it considers only those attributes satisfied by the positive examples as it searches for progressively more specific hypotheses. Key dimensions of sequential covering algorithm. So first dimension is comparing with the decision tree algorithm. So in the case of decision tree, how you are constructing the tree? So there, from root to leaf. Okay. So first for the root node, we are considering entire data. We are calculating entropy and information gain of all the attributes, and we are identifying the root node. But in the case of our sequential covering algorithm, how you are taking root node? So most general thing we have taken as the root node. Okay, that is the difference between these two. Next one is comparing with concept learning. So here, in the case of sequential covering algorithm, we are starting with the most uh, general hypothesis, and we are moving towards more specific hypothesis. So, but in the case of, for example, in the concept learning, if you take FindS algorithm, there we traveled specific to general thing like that we traveled. Next one is it allowed only post pruning. So pruning is used to reduce the overfitting case. Okay. So in our case, in this case, sequential covering algorithm case, it allows only post pruning. If you consider in the case of decision tree, you can follow either pre pruning or post pruning. So next one is relative frequency. Next one is relative frequency. So here we can use various evaluation functions to guide our decision taking process. So in that first one is relative frequency. So here relative frequency is given by NC divided by N. What is this N? So N denote number of examples that rule matches. NC denote the number of these that classifies correctly. So that one gives the relative frequency. Next, M estimation. So in addition to relative frequency, we are taking two more parameters. Those are P as a prayer probability, M be the weight. So P is a prayer probability that randomly drawn examples for the entire data set. So M be the weight or equivalent number of examples for weights this prayer probability. If prayer probability and M weight values are zeros, that one becomes relative frequency only. Next one is entropy is considered. So entropy, what are take entropy is uh, sigma I is equal to 1 to 6. So P of I log 2 log P of I base 2. So these are the key dimensions of sequential covering algorithm. Thank you.